Was there a specific song that you heard that just blew your mind? And did you understand when you heard it that that thing was going to be out of there?
I just specifically remember Sky High and Dirty South. But, you know, the weird thing is that it's songs from time to time that you hear that you be like, if I jump from that, I remember one specific moment where it gave me chills.
Ooh.
And we was doing a listening party for Jeezy.
Yeah.
And it was around the BMF, and it was probably about 200, 300 people in the studio. We brought in an extra system so it can be loud and all this stuff, right? So, and again, nobody had heard Akon and Young Jeezy. And when it came on, it was a buzz because it was so many people. And we was playing the records, you know, get the yams at the aunties. They was hype. When Akon came on, remember, y'all know the song now.
Yeah.
Nobody had ever heard it. And it went off, and everybody in the room was quiet, and then one person said, play that shit again. And they hit that motherfucker 2-3 times. And I remember I saw G. I said, nigga, do you remember the listening part? And he was like, I don't remember that. But that was a moment where literally you knew. And he had so much hype that you could be a disappointment because people got so much expectations on you.
Yeah.
And I remember we was working on that album and it was done. And the last record was when Manny Fresh came in there. Doom, doom, cut. And L.A. Reid was like, we got one. Once that record got done and the album got buttoned up, Shakir and them was up there and all that stuff. God bless his soul. And it was the craziest thing on earth. I seen some footage from that, but I wish we had all these camera phones and cameras that we had then, because what I'm telling you, people wouldn't believe it. Like, it just was that, like, oh, and we had been in business so long, but I had never felt or seen anything like that because Akon wasn't associated with being hard or nothing.
Yeah.
And, you know, and when they dropped that, nobody said nothing. That nigga, it was like the song went off before it, and then, you know, back then we had fade, so it would fade down.
Yeah.
Be like 3 seconds, and the other song come on, there's no music. Akon and Young. And niggas like, is that, you had that feeling before when a record come on, and like, what the fuck was that? It was a what the fuck feeling when everybody was in the room, you know?
Watching Jeezy record music that was going to go down as legendary and iconic as well, what was it like watching his creative process go down in there? And did you feel like Jeezy was on a trajectory to just change the game as well?
His was, you know, Jeezy's funny because, you know, he used to be mad at me, you know, because when he first started, he was paying for his own stuff. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time he got mad at me because he had a bill and he hadn't paid it, and I wouldn't let him work. And he was, motherfucker, I had to leave this goddamn video shoot to come pay this shit. So he would slap the money down or whatever, right? So, you know, years later, you know, probably about 4 years ago, I realized how much he respected it because Solomon's kind of management, his business partner now, and he has a studio not too far from where we are, and I didn't know about it. But they called me, and they wanted me to help manage the studio. And when I went over there, Jeezy was there, and he was like, Curt, I don't want nobody else to do this shit, nigga. You the only motherfucker that wouldn't let me smoke, and nigga Snoop was there, you wouldn't let him smoke, and I want my shit ran like that. I don't want West Side Willie in here. I want my shit organized with the billing and the scheduling and the engineering and all this stuff or whatever. And this was probably about 2 years ago, so figure we did them albums 10, 15 years ago. So you never really get your confirmation, because even when he would do his listening parties, Kevin Lyles, them and all them would want to smoke in the room. Yeah. And I'd be like, nigga, nope. Nigga, how much can we pay you to smoke? Nope. And so I was always the hard ass. Yeah. But then you realize when people mature and they get their own stuff, sometimes you never know that they respected that you did a long time ago. But he told me that when he picked out of all the people, he's like, I'm not doing this shit with anybody but you. I'm about to go to LA and be filming for the next couple years, and I want my shit kept up nice. You the only motherfucker that I trust to run my shit. Now I didn't do it. Yeah. But you know, it was consulted. You know, yeah. And then, you know, they've called me, that's what Tip called me for the other day. You know, they having some issues and stuff like that. And those are people that we started with. And so, like I tell them, I ain't really hireable, but I share information, and I'll be happy to talk to your studio manager and look at what he's doing and tell him what he need to be doing differently. You know, first thing, what problems are you having? And then I can kind of go from there, because I don't want to step on their toes. Like I told them, I said it's like when Bill Parcells took the job at the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. He told them, before I come, you got to get rid of Emmett. I'm not going to come there and get rid of Emmett. So you got a problem, but you have people in place.
Yeah.
I'm not finna come in there and trade Emmitt Smith. Make sure Emmitt gone before I come in, and then I'll run your team. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? So I'm conscious of all of that. And then again, I want everybody to win. I just feel like if we got more than one great room in Atlanta, then we can do it. Our coach is building a big-ass studio.
Ooh.
That nigga never called me so much, you know what I mean? He started out with us. People may not know. He used to do promotions and stuff.
Yeah.
We had a group called Jadis and stuff. So he's like family, but I got over 50,000 square feet, and he built in a bunch of rooms. And so he calls, Curt, I got my architect in town. Can I come through? Yep, come through.
Yeah.
Sit down, talk to him. Man, you mind coming out looking at the place? Nah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
You know, we do that with everybody. All the studios, you know what I mean? So that you know, that's why I think that, like, I always thought that people thought that our artists were together and they worked and collaborate. I was trying to pull the back end with some of the studios and stuff like that together.